Hello guys, today in this video, we are going to help you to find out the best premium stereo speakers in market. I made this list based on my personal opinion, and I tried to list them based on their quality, durability, customer review and more. If you want to see their price and find out more information about them, you can check our links in the description below. Number 8. Bowers & Wilkins 805D4. The Bowers & Wilkins 805D4 are easy speakers to recommend. They're beautifully made and packed with technology. We get the impression that the engineering team behind their design really delved into the details to eke out every ounce of performance they could. The result is arguably the most insightful and detailed sounding pair of speakers at this level. They deliver a sound that's balanced, wide open and packed to bursting with detail. Outright clarity is class-leading and vocals sound focused and refined. We wouldn't be doing our job if we didn't mention that there are a number of excellent alternatives: KEF Reference 1, Pro K1, Fine Audio F1-8, all of which are larger and able to dig deeper with more authority, but these remain extremely accomplished speakers. If you're lucky enough to be buying at this level, make sure the 805D4 are on your shortlist. Despite being the baby of the range, the B&W 805D4 are no poor relation to their pricier siblings and pack in all the applicable engineering advancements enjoyed elsewhere. The most notable is the improved cabinet construction. This is the first time that the 805 model enjoys a reverse wrap cabinet, where the front and side panels are formed by a single shaped piece of birch ply. This approach has advantages in stiffness and resonance control, both of which are also helped by the addition of a beautifully machined aluminum spine. Number 7. Wharfedale Diamond 12.1. Wharfedale started with a clean sheet here, and it shows. Pretty much everything is new, from the drive units to the cabinet construction. The result is a pair of compact 31 cm tall boxes that have the ability to make the most of price-compatible hi-fi components. Their sound is organized, cohesive and musical. They deliver an impressively expansive soundstage for the money that stays stable, even when recordings become layered and demanding. We like the reassuring way the Diamonds handle larger scale dynamics too, delivering more authority and scale than one might expect for speakers of a modest size and price. This is a tough area of the market, however, and Wharfedale's superb speakers aren't short of talented rivals, such as the brilliant ELAC debut B5.2. Number 6. Dolly Oberon 1C. The Dolly Oberon 1C speakers are an impressively flexible proposition. Don't worry, that doesn't mean they're not well put together, it means you can have them pretty much any which way you like, in terms of stereo speakers, at least. The Oberon C active speakers ship with Dolly's Sound Hub Compact, which gives you access to apps HD Bluetooth for wireless streaming, an HDMI ARC socket for connecting to your TV AV system, plus RCA and subwoofer connections. If you want multi-room, courtesy of Bluos and DLNA playback, you'll need to pay a small premium for the original and larger Sound Hub. The speakers are largely unchanged from the passive Oberon 1, which are small and nicely made, with a mahogany-colored 13 cm wood fiber mid-bass cone that's used in conjunction with Dolly's soft magnet compound (SMC) technology and sits below the 29 mm soft dome tweeter in the familiar Dolly arrangement. These are active speakers, though, so each unit here is fed by a dedicated 50W Class D amplifier. Sonically, as we've come to expect from Dolly, we're treated to a clean, precise and detailed sound. Instruments are rendered faithfully, there's a good sense of scale, and dynamics are impressive. Their size means you can only expect so much power and drive, but for small speakers, and in small to medium-sized rooms, they're more than capable. Active streaming. Number 5. Q Acoustics M20. The Q Acoustics M20 are a pair of powered speakers designed to work wherever you feel like putting them. They also have a lot of useful connections on the back. TVs, CD players, turntables and laptops can also be wired to the M20 through optical, RCA line level, O and USB Type-B connections. And there's wireless Bluetooth streaming, too. One speaker in the pair is the mains powered master and feeds the other through a supplied piece of speaker cable. Versatile, simple to use and nicely put together, crucially, they also sound the part. The M20 speakers sound full, loud, spacious and energetic. For relatively affordable speakers that pack in quite so much, we're impressed how refined and detailed they manage to sound. They're an unfussy, just-add source set of powered speakers that we find impossible to dislike. With all of the amplification squirreled away in the master speaker and the plethora of connectivity and placement options covered, the M20 is far more likely to become your entire music system than it is simply your new desktop speakers, and for this money. Number 4. B&W 606S2 Anniversary Edition. The original Bowers & Wilkins 606 speakers walked off with what Hi-Fi's Top Speaker Award in 2019, but it seems there's always room for improvement. To mark the 25-year anniversary of the 600 range, in 2020, B&W decided to upgrade the 606s and the rest of the range, and it proved to be a wise move. Cosmetically, there's not much new, but for an inscription on the tweeter surround and a new oak finish option. On the inside, there's an upgraded crossover that now features better quality capacitors. While retaining a broadly similar sonic character, the 606S2 Anniversary Editions prove significantly more capable than their predecessors. The biggest differences are heard in the bass. The new version is so much more precise and controlled. There are improvements in clarity too, with voices offering extra subtlety, while the overall presentation is more natural and transparent. Don't be fooled by the apparent minor upgrades. The B&W 606S2 Anniversary Edition speakers deliver an impressive step up in performance. Number 3. ELAC Debut B5.2. ELAC's affordable stand mounters are brilliant performers for the money. Solid and unfussy about placement, the Debut B5.2 seconds have the dynamic expression, detail and tonal sophistication to handle anything you throw at them, not to mention enough stretch in their abilities to improve even further when hooked up to a high-end system. The revised 5.25 cm mid-bass unit uses a new blend of aramid fibers for the cone, combined with a different shape to improve stiffness and damping, while the tweeter claims a top-end response of 35 kHz, adding plenty of sparkle to proceedings. Tonally, they don't have the luscious mid-range warmth of the comparable Dolly Spectre 2 below, but they're admirably balanced and capable of making the best of any recording, even those of poor quality. ELAC has been in the speaker business since the 1980s and has made many fine products in that time. It's fair to say that these new Debut B5.2 speakers should be considered one of the company's finest efforts. For this sort of money, their exceptional. In short, ELAC has changed almost everything about the new Debut speakers. The cabinet is a similar volume to before, but its proportions are around 2 cm different in all directions. They're now taller, 34 cm, narrower, 18 cm, and deeper, 23 cm, in a bid to look smarter and be less visually obtrusive. To our Number 2. Wharfedale Diamond 12.3. Wharfedale's Diamond range now features a truly outstanding and affordable floor stander. Indeed, we're so impressed by the Wharfedale Diamond 12.3 seconds musical performance that it's now a 2-time What Hi-Fi award winner. At 98 cm tall, the Diamond 12.3 aren't a particularly imposing pair of floor standers, so they'll fit into most spaces. Sonically, they're smooth, even-handed and wonderfully refined for the money. Feed them a poor signal, and they'll round off rough edges and downplay unwanted aggression without sounding like they're smothering the life out of the music. As for build quality, the cabinets are carefully crafted with a traditional straight-edge design and a tidy feet arrangement. The 12.3 are available in 4 finishes: black, walnut, white and a classy light oak, all of which belie their relatively modest price tag. If you're looking for reasonably priced hi-fi speakers, the talented Wharfedale 12.3 are a superb buy. Perhaps it's more useful to know that the minimum impedance is 5 ohms, which means these floor standers are unlikely to give any decent price-compatible amplifier a problem. At just short of 98 cm tall, the 12.3 aren't massive speakers, but they still perform best if given a little room to breathe. We find they work well if positioned at least 50 cm from the rear wall. We settle on 90 cm in our test room. Similarly, keep them at least 70 cm away from the sidewalls if you want to maximize stereo imaging, sonic balance and clarity. A bit of angle towards the listening position helps to firm the stereo imaging, too, but the 12.3 seconds. Number 1. KEF LS50 Meta. The original LS50 speakers had little wrong with them, but after 8 years, KEF figured they deserved a fresh look. And with the LS50 Meta, they have delivered a worthy upgrade. The LS50's UniQ driver array, where the tweeter sits in the throat of the mid-bass unit, has been thoroughly reworked, taking in all the refinements that KEF has developed over the past 8 years and adding something new in the form of metamaterial absorption technology, MAT. Matte is Kef's way of coping with the sound that comes off the back of the tweeter dome, a plastic circular maze of tubes on the back promising greater absorption for cleaner, less distorted highs. While the basic sonic character is instantly familiar, the meta speakers have gained a level of clarity and finesse the originals only hinted at, sounding clean while still offering muscle and dynamics. We've loved the originals, and the LS50 Meta takes the performance to a notably higher